There we go, this is the rear end out of the Interceptor we're refurbishing. We actually replaced these rear track arms. In my opinion, they're not heavy enough and they do fail, and here's the classic example of it. There's a bushing that's gone bad inside this track arm. So you can imagine what destabilizing effect that has on the vehicle as it's driving down the road. That bush is like really bad, and what it does is those two track arms is what holds the rear end on tension and torque under acceleration and under braking. So that defective bushing there, as you can imagine, we're letting that rear end move around quite a bit, and of course any movement in suspension is of course the enemy to handling. So yeah, we're going to put our high performance modified track bars on, so that'll stabilize that rear end substantially with the polypropylene bushings instead of the regular rubber. But you know, that sort of gives you an idea, you know, what happens. A bush goes bad, it's only rubber, it has a life expectancy, and it's just sort of flopping around there like it, you know, doesn't even need to be there. The rear sway bar, as you can see, the front one is the replacement bar. It's more than twice the thickness, so you get a far superior cornering, and you don't lose your traction on the rear wheels in severe cornering, so you don't lose control of the vehicle. Now here we are at the back end of a vehicle that we're refurbishing for the LASD, the test vehicle for them. There's a couple of design faults back here, in my opinion. These bottom track arms are very light and duty. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm actually moving that track arm on those bushings with my bare hands. And I'm tough, but I'm not that tough. So under extreme conditions, extreme cornering and that, there's a lot of flexing going on there. And as everybody knows, flexing is the enemy to handling. In fact, in my opinion, with as small a sway bar as they have on the rear compared to the front has 1.25 inches, and this is like only ½ an inch sway bar, and as long as leverage is on that sway bar is next to useless in extreme conditions. So we're going to upgrade this vehicle and put our handling package in it, which will give it new control arms, high performance control arms with polypropylene bushings, and also will give it an inch upgraded solid sway bar with polypropylene bushings. And we're also going to renew the Watts linkage. This bar here goes through to there and goes through to the frame on this side, and it has two on each side. Goes to the differential there and then to the frame. That stabilizes the rear end from going sideways on extreme cornering. So with the upgrades that we do on our refurbished vehicles, you actually get a vehicle back from refurbishing that handles and performs better than a brand new vehicle from Ford, because we relook at all of the componentry and any weak links that we find, or in our opinion that are not designed to the maximum ability, because even these cars, price is a factor originally when they are building them. Even though they're like 3 times better than anything else, they still have their weak points. And in my opinion, the rubber bushings on the sway bars, the replacing those with propylene bushings makes all of the difference in the world.